Holy crap. Now, I was on the other side of the street and I heard that and I'm like, is that somebody blasting their stereo? Because it was so, the sound was so tight, like music, wow. But yeah, that's going to lift you up on a Sunday morning. But I was heading basically kitty corner to this church in back of me. Like, all I got to say is, wow. Absolutely wow. Baptism Sunday. I should go in and get baptized. What do you think? Oh, September 17th. There you go. But holy smack. I don't know what to say. I'm stunned by that. The sound of that was just so incredible. That sounded like it was straight off an album. But that is it, you know, like between that and the other day, yesterday, you know, the guy just simply playing a piano down at the ferry, and I can't let it run forever, but he gets up and from playing the piano so intensively, so focused on it, turns around and goes, where did everybody come from? And it was full, because there's a huge applause after that. But yeah, a nice little church, you know. Here's where I am. 5657 North Street, and well, deep water. I'm half tempted to go in, but for me, I really got to get stuff done today. I am back to work tomorrow, but you know, to get my internet right where we're there. And you know, what can I say? I've gone that far. You know, I've gone this far. And as you see, to be continued. So I'm going to try. You know, I'm going to turn this around and try to get moving here. But, you know, this is what I want to say. And when I'm out, I'll give my own sermon here. When I'm out and around, doing what I do, and when I did my walk across Canada, sorry, it does take a while to turn this thing around. It doesn't have the best steering, but you know, doing the walk, I arrived in Halifax in 2006, and a lot of words were said when I was going across Canada, and every so often somebody would come up to me and say a word that, because I've actually traveled with so much intensity to get across Canada, I gave, well, not I gave, the words just had different meanings, you know. And sometimes people would say something to you, you know, this is this, or you are that, and what you're doing is this, and what, you know. And I would go, well, I don't think that's the way to describe it. And I don't think that word has that meaning anymore. I don't think that that's what it is. So, you know, looking at that, I came all the way across Canada and through whatever. And I mean, this little stroller I have now, and it's fully loaded with my stuff. I'm moving in today to a little bachelor pad. But what was I saying? You know, with this big trailer, I pulled halfway across Canada, and then I finished up with a smaller stroller. You know, smaller supplies and stuff, and less. I made it in here, and I asked myself, like, how did I do it? What got me here? What really, really, truly got me here? And a lot of words rolled around, and some of the words, you know, hope was one. Perspiration, but I was going to say perseverance. Sometimes a little bit of both at the same time. Strength, will. And I think it was for a half hour to an hour, I was just going over words and, what single word could define the reason why I got there. And I knew it before I went on my walk. What if this happens? What if that happens? Because what I got a lot from people. A disbelief. That it was even possible. Especially alone. But I knew in the past I came through impossibilities and faced impossible odds and triumphed through it. And just the same, I'm at that position now. I certainly got a battle ahead of me, and I want to regroup and rebuild, and hopefully somewhere up the road I can get out there. But I'm going to have to gather it up again and gather up all my resources and gather up all those words, will, determination, and yes, I will have to perspire a bit more, grit and stamina and all those words. But they're words, and they're part of something that it all comes together into one word that I defined, I think, before, and certainly did after. And like I say, when all those people were kind of going, well, I don't think, and you should, and maybe you shouldn't, and all of this stuff, I looked at all of across Canada and knowing the people and what they would give me. And they would give me the strength where I was not strong enough, where I was weak. I really was picked up. Sometimes literally. As I think about the folks in is it South River, Newfoundland? Yeah, picked me up, took me back, and even just this, where as I have the shirt, I want to flip it around so you can see it. Bernard. So here, and I will give a prop out to them because it's a nice little maze, and that came along just as toe injury and everything else, and I was trying to go on, and it was not, my toe wasn't getting better. Any single step that I took from that point on was only making matters worse. It was going to get bad, and I did the best I could, and they came along just at the right time, and that's what I'm talking about. Somebody coming along just at the right time when you're at your weakest to make you stronger. And I thoroughly thank them and people of South River and every single person I met along the way. Even when I was starting to get just a little weak, needed a little bit of rest, somebody was there. When I was almost devastated, somebody was there. Tire flying off a truck, striking me at the back of the trailer, smashing the trailer. It being repaired just outside of Sudbury, Lively. Oh, somebody was there. So yeah, perseverance, strength, all that stuff doesn't mean, I'll say it, a goddamn thing if you don't have faith. And that is the word. That is the word of the day. I had faith. And yeah, all those words I looked at, and I said, it might have been 15 minutes after, I'm going over that word faith and what it really means. And it is that belief that, if it's good, it's possible. So I'm going to leave you with that. And happy Sunday. Yesterday, as I said, I was supposed to be on the ferry to Newfoundland. My faith is being tried here, and I'm really, really hoping at a later date, not yesterday. That's when I was supposed to be on that ferry to Newfoundland. But hopefully somewhere up the road with faith, I will make it to Newfoundland, and I will make it across Newfoundland, and I think it'll be ever more precious if I'm able to get out there. It doesn't get easier. It only gets harder. But I think with faith of the people, and that's where it came from, really, faith that each and every single person that approached me would give me that strength to carry on. And that's really what I'm hoping for up the road and what I'm asking for. So I'm going to keep moving, and maybe push that faith along, you know, especially with this saying, and you know it. If you've been watching these, you know it by now. The more we move, the more we move others. Thank you. And hey, why not? God bless.